I'm an alcoholic. As of recording of this video, I am 54 days sober. That's kind of harsh to admit, but I had an alcohol problem. I would be categorized as what's called a high functioning alcoholic. You know, like I went to work, I wasn't like passing out in the street or anything. You know, I have a family. But therein lies why I needed to stop drinking and why it was important. I guess I kind of always knew, like in the back of my head, that I had a problem. For most of my adult life, you know, it just seemed like the thing that everyone was drinking. You know, everyone's doing it. I was just always around it. I would go out of my way to drink. At home, before work, at work, right after work. Whole bottles of wine, IPAs, Irish whiskey, mainly rum. Drank a lot of rum throughout the day. That was pretty much like the main thing that I was like running on. It wasn't until about earlier this year where I really started to, I guess, ponder the idea of, you know, if I had a drinking problem. Obviously, it had come up with those who were around me the most, you know, mainly my family, the few friends and people that I hang out with. Like, they knew, even though I'm high functioning, a drunk is still a drunk. So, known to make a scene from time to time. And I remember it was one thing in particular where I was like, where someone had made a comment, you know, and they were joking. They weren't, we were having a conversation about something and they made a comment, you know, about me. And it was all in love. Like, they really didn't mean anything by it, but they used the word alcoholic. And that bothered me. Is that how people see me? Is that how I'm seen? A little bit after that, if I'm honest, I think I did accept it. Like, I was like, oh, you know, hey, I drink. Almost like a weird, like, glorification of it to myself. Or I guess a way to make it okay. You know, working guy, family man, I deserve a drink. It kept buzzing around in my head. Like, the idea didn't go away. There would be moments where, like, I would be drinking, because I was always drinking. It started to make me think about my family. You know, my wife, my daughter. I gotta stop. So the first 5 days were probably the hardest, because that's when like it came home. Like, I really realized, like, oh my goodness, I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep very well. When I finally could get to sleep, I was having like weird dreams and nightmares and stuff like that. And I just, like, it seemed like every little thing was like irritating me. I felt terrible. Like, I just didn't feel good. I couldn't really eat. I'm telling my wife this, like, I'm really freaking out. Like, there were times where I was like, yo, can I please, like just one, like, I gotta wean myself off, you know, like, let me have like one drink. She was like, oh, it's okay. It's like, you know, it's just alcohol withdrawal. Didn't think I had a problem. Then was like, okay, I think I have a problem. Then it was like, oh yeah, I definitely have a problem. And then it was like, oh, I have a problem. And now it was like, you have a problem. Why do I drink? I think, one, I'm a creature of habit. So I definitely think like just that on kind of like a technical end of it. The other reason I think was because, like, me, myself, like, I get really restless and I will, you know, get so caught up in like the day to day and the motions. I don't like being bored. And it's so messed up because, you know, I've had a crazy couple years. You know, I started a family. Some things happened in my, like, I guess, working life that were like, just over the past 4 years, you know. It really got in the way of a lot of things in my life. In my head, like, I was always, I felt like this cloud of dread, like, over me all the time. It was an escape from, like, the things that were bothering me. Work, my daughter, my wife, my faith. You know, I've been struggling there. Like, there was a time when I had videos and did streams about like theology and God and the faith, and like I completely like just backslid. I was drinking that whole time. Like, guys, even this channel, look around the channel. My channel's dying. I haven't been productive. I put a video out every like other full moon, if that. The live streams are bad. Like, my performance in every single area was bad. I haven't painted. I wasn't drawing anymore. I wasn't writing. I was drunk the whole time. Like, even on this channel, like during live streams, I'll be sauced. I mean, it was destroying me. I was pickling myself completely. So it's been 54 days now. That first week, you know, like I said, that was probably like the hardest of it. From time to time, like I've noticed, like especially like in stressful situations, I'm like, drink. So it does pop in my head, but some good advice that I got from someone else who's an alcoholic. Just tell yourself you can't have a drink until tomorrow morning. And when tomorrow morning comes, you tell yourself, all right, I can't have a drink until tomorrow morning. One day at a time. It sounds really corny, you know, but it really is one day at a time. I look different. I rationalize different. I'm not as glum. There are still issues. There are still problems. Think about going to therapy, stuff like that. Get my prayer life back because I had somewhat of a prayer life. I am really happy, and it's humbling. In a way, it is humbling. I am greatly flawed. I remember even times where like I was judgmental of others. You already know I could be really judgmental. I was doing the same exact thing, if not worse. Bit of a different video than what I normally do, but I do want to be more active. I have been more active. I've been writing again. Yeah, my family relationship is better. You know, my wife's really happy. You know, she's psyched. The amount of love that I'm been getting from, you know, people who know about what's going on with me, and the support's been great. The love has been great. Life has been great. I appreciate it. For anyone who struggles with addiction, be alcoholism, drugs, all the stuff, you know, like anything. One day at a time, man. Seek help. I think I stopped drinking at a really good time, because like if I kept on the track that I was going, which again was like maybe 7-8 years, I've been like, I was like, oh, I'm an alcoholic, you know, like looking back on it. I'm a young guy. I'm grateful for that. I would really like to hear from any of you who, you know, maybe are in recovery or are still struggling. What's your story? What do you think? Are you an alcoholic? When did you find out you were an alcoholic? What, you know, motivated you to stop? Next one will be a little more energetic and happy, but until next time, peace out, guys.